Hey, it's Maddox. The new Garland County Detention Center is almost open. They're putting the final touches on it. Sheriff Mike McCormick allowed the media a tour last weekend. I followed KATV's Jordan Bontke around with Chief Deputy of Corrections Mark Chamberlain as he gave us a tour of this new facility. It is big, it is modern, and it is impressive. Please stay tuned. You got to check this out. Thanks for watching Arkansas 911 News. Arkansas 911 News is sponsored by Holcomb's Transport and Recovery, 24-hour towing and roadside assistance for Garland County and beyond. When that deputy sheriff asks you which record you want to use, the correct answer is Holcomb's, 767-9999. The new Garland County Detention Center is situated between Crystal Hill Road and Albert Pike, out there by Doggy Dude Ranch, just before Doggy Dude Ranch. As soon as I rolled up, we got right into the tour.
This is our Main Street hallway, 582 feet from one end to the other. One of the longest hallways in Arkansas.
Really?
Yeah. It's 18 feet shy of 2 foot balconies. And basically the way the building's laid out is everything to our right as we go through is all housing units, and everything on the left is either service or sits in laundry, kitchen, booking, with the exception of 2 housing units at the end of the hallway.
18 feet short of 2 foot.
Yep, 582 feet. Basically, you can take our existing jail, pick it up, and it would occupy probably 2 of our housing units here.
Oh.
Would you call this the Green Mile?
This is Main Street.
Main Street.
Yeah.
Okay.
Main Street. Yeah, I guess it was very good.
Yeah.
Where's the death chamber?
Don't have one.
Oh.
County jail, sir.
Are you excited to have this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It solves so many problems for us, for the community, for the criminal justice community especially, the court system. It's state of the art. There's nothing like it in the state.
This will also prevent some of those. The last time we met, we had an escapee.
Right.
This will prevent some of that as well. Huh?
Yeah, it's designed, depending on the housing unit or the custody level, it goes from minimum all the way up to maximum custody. So the housing units are configured that way as well as the security of the building. To give you an idea of some of the different types of housing units we have. And remember, it is still a work in progress.
Yeah.
It's not done, but it's not there yet.
When will the residents start moving in?
We think sometime this spring.
Mm-hmm.
Everything should be ready by then. Do not open this door. Pretty definitive. But this would be a minimum custody housing unit. The bunks aren't set up yet, but it's actually for 309s.
Oh, okay.
It almost kind of looks like a dorm.
Yeah, and there's a lot of dormitory space and there's a lot of single cell space, but you'll see that as we go through.
I mean, I had that in my dorm in this city.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
That's really made for jail. It's pretty funny.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
they call it a slammer table. That's the patented nickname or patented name.
Okay.
Slammer table.
That looks like Chinese checkers, chess,
Backgammon.
all that.
Oh, go ahead, thanks.
This would be a typical type of dormitory layout.
And that's what it looks like.
But we can look at some other ones.
Okay,
that
cool.
are a little more close and personal.
Very good.
But this unit that we're in is called our alternative sentencing unit. It's basically for our inmate workers that go out in the community every day and come back.
Trustees.
Trustees, whether it's the road crews, work release inmates, guys that have a job, or study release if they're in school. and they're approved by the court to go back and forth. This is where they would come back to.
Here we go. No bed bugs yet.
Not yet. I want to give you an inaccurate count. It's on your fact sheet, the number of cameras are in the facility. That's what makes it really different. Basically, everywhere you go in this facility, you're on camera except for the restrooms and the staff locker rooms. Other than that, you're being camera monitored.
So when we ask for security camera footage pending an investigation, chances are there is security camera footage?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Now this would be a trustee's room?
A trustee dormitory.
Yeah. Okay.
This will be their day room, their common area. Their showers, their bathrooms are all. This stuff is, it's like a swimming pool.
Oh, okay.
We didn't want to go with tile, because tile
Yeah.
actually pops up, it can become a weapon, so we use this pretty much everywhere we could. It's very unique to jails and prisons, but it lasts forever.
What is it?
It's called tenemic, which is simply cement spelled backwards.
Shut up.
Yeah, it is. It's like a swimming pool.
And that's because tile can be used as a weapon.
Right. It's very durable, it lasts forever, you can't pry it up and make a weapon out of it.
It's the same ground that you would use at the bottom of the swimming pool? Or
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, they can put the grid in, like the walls are smoother than the floor. Floor's non-slip, but the walls are very smooth.
Mhm.
So it's how much sand they put in it. Okay. To the right is where the inmates would actually come in and out the street for work release. And that's so that you don't bring them back to your booking area and allow them to bring cigarettes, contraband, things that they're allowed to have outside, not allowed to have inside.
Mhm.
So when you put them out a different area, they're not polluting your population, so.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
The building is, as it sits right now, it has 482 beds. We're staffed this year, or when we opened, for 346. So these last two housing units, now on our left, we won't be manned. We won't have deputies in there. Eventually, the building's designed to accommodate 800 inmates without adding any infrastructure to the kitchen, the laundry, the booking area. Is all sized for 800. So it's a really great design. You know, you pay 2015 prices for the more expensive stuff, and then housing units you can add later on at minimal cost.
So right now, the capacity when it opens?
346.
Okay.
It's actually 482, but we're keeping 2 units shut down for staff.
What will happen to the old facility?
It's up in the air. Nobody's decided it yet. They've been approached by several rehab facilities, Arkansas Community Correction. There's a bunch of people that have an interest in it, but it will require extensive renovation for anybody that want to do something tangible with it.
This hallway blows my mind.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah. It gives you plenty of opportunity to catch up to an inmate. That's what I'm thinking. But that's a new one. I
And
know.
you see the cameras bubbling out
Oh, yeah.
every step you take, you're being watched by somebody and recorded.
And they can follow them.
Right,
They can pick what camera, where the guy's going?
right.
Okay.
Like a technical director.
Exactly. This is our kitchen. And it's massive.
Hold on.
Yeah, this is a change, huh?
How much is the kitchen? Hello?
How many square feet? I don't know.
Oh, okay.
You see some blank spaces because of that 800 capacity design in the future. So if they ever had to add equipment, then they could just plug it right in and go to town. It's got freezer cooler on one side and then another cooler on the other. No fryers. We're not going to get into fried food and the grease disposal and all that.
That can get pretty dangerous too.
Yeah, yeah. Again, that same floor, just a different color.
As someone who works in the detention center, when you see a huge kitchen like this, have you ever seen a kitchen this big in a
Yeah.
detention center? You have? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, What would you say to the taxpayers who think to themselves, "Oh my God, this is so beautiful," for these people who could be convicted murderers and rapists?
We got to remember, when we're at capacity, we're going to be serving around 1,200 meals per day. I mean, that's a lot of food preparation. So you have to have a state-of-the-art kitchen in order to get that accomplished. There are standards that we have to supply them, a certain amount of calories, certain nutritional things like that. No more bread and water. That doesn't fly in this day and age. So you have to have a kitchen that can accommodate that, and this one will.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're pretty proud of it.
You should.
Um,
It's completely unused. I mean, plastic is still on a lot of this
Yeah,
material.
it sure is. Those are the carts that actually transport the inmate trays to the
Yeah.
to the
And this
house.
is the dishwasher here.
Yeah, that's the dishwasher, cup washer.
Yeah. And then this will also be operated by inmates.
Right. We just opened bids this morning for our food service provider, but part of those bids are providing inmate labor. And then one of the good things is, if you have a guy here for 60, 80, 90 days, you might be able to teach him a trade. You know, you may get some culinary skills while he's here.
That would be cool.
Or certifications on how to safely handle food, things like
Yeah.
that. So it's one of the things we're striving for, is making a difference in the people that we do come in contact with, or at least giving them the opportunity. Yeah, you've seen the old kitchen, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think you can fit it in that
Right.
spot there.
Oh, could you really?
Yeah.
The old kitchen
Oh.
could fit into that, not that
It would
block.
definitely, I mean, the whole entire kitchen probably would fit into this area.
Really?
That includes the freezers, the storage, everything else,
Yeah.
yeah.
You could have recreation in here if you really wanted.
Legacy recreation.
Okay. And this is large dishwasher, manual
Yeah.
dishwasher.
Well,
To
it's
clean
actually
used
a-
pieces of equipment.
That's designed specifically to wash those trays.
Oh, okay.
And then the other machine is just designed cups. Everything else is done, the pots and pans are all done by hand. Inmates will call this water world, the guys that work it.
Water
This
world.
will be water world,
Yeah.
yeah. There's
Oh, yeah.
no way avoiding getting wet.
They'll be wet.
But unlike Waterworld, I wasn't kidding.
You want to see laundry?
Every nook and cranny is a new door.
Yeah. Everything's brand spanking new. Everything.
Now, will you be working here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, my office is currently here. We moved offices back in January. This is a laundry. It's kind of a little bit of a mess. But,
Yeah. Look at the size of this.
yeah, 150-pound washers, 150-pound dryers. That's the capacity of each load. And we do it by weight. So again, you're washing linen, uniforms, personal items for inmates.
Yeah.
Up to, again, this is size for up to 800 inmates. Not that we're gonna have that anytime soon, but you can add more machinery as you need to.
And you want to try to open one up?
Yeah, sure. Big.
150-pound washer
Washer
dryer.
dryer.
Is this the dryer?
Washers. Washers dryer. You see there's room for another one if they ever had for the future.
Is this something I really optimal to have at their house?
Yeah, I think they, I imagine she needs
It
some.
also looks like something that would be in like a submarine, maybe.
Right.
Yeah, the torpedo tube.
Yeah.
This is one of our program spaces where we can hold inmate classes. Sure. Want you to do the. Hey, Chuck. This is one of the areas that we could hold either religious services or GED classes, self-improvement classes, anger management, all those things. And you'll see that throughout the facility. This is one of the larger ones. But every housing unit has program space adjacent to it, built into it. And you'll see that when we cross the hallway.
Use this space often. I mean, this sounds almost like
This will be used extensively,
Yeah.
as much as we can. And that's probably the biggest difference between our current jail and the future, this jail, is
which is?
space for programs. Right now, in our old jail, we don't have room for chapel services or anything like that. They literally, on Sundays, when the religious volunteers come in, they hold church services in the stairwell. Because there is no classroom or space available to do that type of thing.
Classes, church services, any sort of gathering would be in this room.
Right, and in the ones in the housing units, which you'll see.
Oh, man.
This just happens to be one of the bigger ones.
We putting the LCDs up? Or they're already out?
Huh?
The LEDs are already out. The
I'll
screen.
put them up now.
Oh, you're putting them up now? And then that'll be used as like for PowerPoint presentations when folks come in.
Right. PowerPoints,
Yeah.
instructional videos, educational
Yeah.
programs, things like that. All right, now you see what makes it different. More traditional.
May I get a shot of the camera here?
Sure. I mean, I don't have to work.
Yeah, this looks a little bit more like, now these would be,
Now, what makes this facility unique to anything in Arkansas is the direct supervision concept. So this is the deputy's workstation for his entire shift or her entire shift. The deputy is in the unit with the inmates.
how many cameras did you say?
There's over 400. It's on your fact sheet.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So I misquoted you. But this is the deputy's workstation. They can operate the entire housing unit from up here with touch screens and cameras. But they're encouraged to walk around and get to know the inmates, interact with them. And as I said, this is the only facility like it in Arkansas that's 100% direct supervision. Other places have a couple dorms here and there. This facility is 100%. Every unit is direct supervision.
Yeah, they have their own rec yard.
Yeah, every unit has its own rec yard, so it solves shared rec yards and,
Is it open? They can just freely go?
there'll be a schedule and depending on behavior, when they're acting right and behaving themselves, yeah. just-
They meaning the entire group,
The
or?
inmates, right. Or maybe in this type of situation, maybe one of the smaller units, the sub-day rooms we call them. This is our most secure unit.
Oh, okay.
You'll see in other units, they don't have the separation areas. Sub-day rooms.
Are you yourself a little overwhelmed by all this?
No, I mean, we've been working on this project for 2 years. One of the reasons I was hired here is because I have experience in this type of facility. In fact, this facility is the same footprint as the last facility I operated back in Palm Beach County, Florida, where I retired from a few years ago. So one of the things that helped me land this job.
Some retirement, huh?
Yeah, right back in.
Yeah, why is that? What made you do it?
I retired for political reasons.
Oh,
I actually
okay.
ran for sheriff in the county that I lived in. I won my primary and lost the general.
Oh, yeah.
So here I am.
Okay. You ran as a Republican?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I figured.
How do you know that there?
It does look very nice.
They told me it was Romney.
Romney? Okay. I went back.
Back in 2012.
Uh-huh. Was the campaign act, why do you think you lost?
It was a Democrat county.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's summer, when it gets dark later on, but it's just another tool to manage inmate behavior, so. Well, right now, you have to have 2 deputies escort them to the recreation yard, sit out there with them while they're at recreation, put them
This is
back.
something that they can see, because there's also there's a camera here. too.
Yeah.
Fully modeled.
Open the door. You want to see what a cell is? What's unique is these are, the cells that you see they came in off a truck, as you see them, precast cells. It was like the world's biggest Lego project. But they came in just as you see it on the inside. The toilet, the bunk, the mirror, all the fixtures in there. And all they do from the backside, just hook up the plumbing, hook up the lighting, hook up the electrical, and off you go. It's pretty neat.
Oh, yeah. Have they got a way to get a deputy in here if they need a deputy?
Yeah, there's an intercom that they can talk to on that touch screen that you saw.
Oh.
Yeah, two-way communications.
And they'll be talking to their deputy or
Yeah.
some control center?
No, the deputy assigned here. It's a great
Oh.
question. Great question.
There is an intercom.
Yeah, there's a little push button intercom on right there.
Okay. And then the communication goes to, you said their deputy?
Right to that workstation, that
Okay.
where it's at.
Cool. Okay. Is it operational now?
The station's not enabled right now, but yeah, the system is working.
Okay.
We've been testing and training on it for a few days.
Is this,
hang proof?
Yeah, they just stick it in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't tie anything on top of that.
yeah. Yeah. And then, so,
You just stick your towel up underneath there and a little
Oh.
ball bearing grabs it.
oh, okay, there's a ball
Or your
bearing.
socks or whatever you're hanging up.
Mm.
That's a harsh reality, this. Huh. That's like, takes a lot of thought into someone who says.
Yeah, and there's a whole industry out there that builds and designs things just for jails, and we've taken advantage of the latest stuff that's out there for this facility. That being a great example. Sounds simple, but
Mhm.
it's the best that's out there, so.
Would you consider everything in the building state of the art?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
Shower.
shower.
Are they all one-man
No,
rooms?
it's, because of this
Oh,
unit,
yeah.
it's mostly probably who we anticipate to be our maximum custody inmates.
Oh,
But you'll see some doubles on the other side. It depends on what housing unit and what the classification is. They got to shut off at the panel.
Yeah.
Another thing is video visitation.
Yeah.
No more face-to-face visitation through glass or whatever, where we need to process visitors into the facility. The other side of this is in the public lobby where we met to start this. This is the inmate side, but it's all just talking on video. So the visitors come to our lobby, we connect them to their inmate in the housing unit, and they don't have to move anywhere. We don't have to process visitors in, search them, none of that. So it's very staff efficient and secure.
are you, with the one-man room, and then there's two-man rooms?
Right.
If somebody was in a two-man room and wanted to be in a one-man room, he would just cause some trouble and get segregated?
It's possible, but along with that, he loses recreation privileges, he loses day room privileges. There's a lot of carrot and stick involved in this direct supervision concept. The whole time they can sit there and watch what's going on out here and not be a part of it. So you want to act like a knucklehead,
Okay.
you can stay in your cell and be a knucklehead. We're fine with that. But
Have you got a way to, high-risk people that the other folks would attack or something?
protective custody type thing.
Right.
Right, you can separate them into a unit as small as this. Like, this is only a two-man unit, so, yeah.
But this would be what, the area for them?
It could be.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of flexibility in this facility with the sub-day room concept, because you can separate people where right now.
But there's not a protective custody unit?
Well, not designated. Our housing plan can change overnight. We can, depending on numbers. If you had a lot of protective custody
Oh,
inmates,
okay.
you can say, okay, that six-man unit is now protective custody. We're not constrained by
Oh, okay.
the way we have been in the past, where you have a whole entire unit, and you're either that classification or you're not.
Oh,
Here, you got a lot more flexibility.
oh, okay.
The idea of no face-to-face, back to this here. What would somebody say that it's taking away, or why is there no face-to-face? What's the thought?
Security reasons. Traditionally, when you have a face-to-face type visit, and it happens now, we caught someone with a cell phone in our visiting center at the current jail last week, taking Facebook pictures, putting pictures of their loved one on Facebook in jail. That's not the type of thing we want. So that's just a for instance, but mostly it's contraband issues. Historically, visitors are your mechanism to bring in contraband, things that inmates shouldn't have. So if you don't allow any contact with it, it's not something you have to worry about. So,
Thank you.
also, it provides a lot more opportunities for visitation because it's in and out real quick. They're not having to wait in line. So eventually we'll expand visitation so they can see more of their loved ones. Right now, it's a half hour a week. With this system, it can be, whatever we want it to be.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. So much left, I would imagine. Are we agreeing? Booking, oh, okay, yeah, processing.
Thanks, man. It's looking good.
Good ahead of you. You've been here forever.
Yeah, that was there back when I was doing the pre-K.
Yeah. You're a veteran. You know, a 1-year pin.
Appreciate it.
Is it trustee?
No, he's a
Oh.
painting contract.
We probably have
Get your snack on. Get your groove on. Get your cell phone down to Hogs Pizza, 1442 Airport Road in Hot Springs. Live music every weekend. Everybody loves hogs. Everybody loves pizza.
Library, reading and law library. The medical, which is something we don't have in our current facility at all.
Yeah, can I see that?
Sure. There's no housing, it's just exam rooms and treatment areas.
Waiting room, look at
Yeah.
that.
With a bathroom and everything. Dental is a big thing here.
Yeah.
Oh,
We have our own dental lab.
the meth mouth people.
I think also we're gonna do is extractions, but at least you don't have to send them back out in the community to get that done. The dentist comes to them. Medication storage. And then, again, a great design. Your medical connects to your booking area, because that's usually where they use something to get off and then anywhere else.
This is medical waiting room?
This is just one, it's a waiting room and it's a vestibule, so it's two-purpose. Exits out to our booking area. There's no such thing as an escape-proof facility, but given the amount of training that our staff has been through, and the design of this building, it greatly, greatly limits those possibilities or those opportunities.
All you do is,
What?
oh, yeah, no, you can just like,
We'll go out and
here's the
sell.
thing. You mean
train you guys well.
these or what do you want?
Oh, yeah.
That's actually the company that installed that system for us, provided the training to this.
I imagine.
What, hey, Chief, what's these boxes?
This is actually a body scanner.
Oh,
Oh, like at the airport.
TSA surplus that we got for a song and a dance.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
huh, okay.
The term song and a dance.
Body scanner. So they walk in between them?
Yeah, I think they set up where, in between the two curved areas. It's not gonna stay there, it's gonna move somewhere else. That's if we suspect someone's got something on them
That's in their butt.
that we can't detect.
Well, how about in them? That'd be an X-ray, wouldn't it?
No,
That'll get
So again,
in them too?
yeah.
Okay.
And like you said, this is what the TSA would use or has used.
has used. We
Has
bought
used.
it from TSA for $5,000. It's a $120,000 piece of equipment.
Song and a dance, you're kidding.
All right.
Wow. So what did you do to lobby that? Or is it just like, oh, we don't want it anymore?
There's a federal surplus up in Little Rock, and they advertise from now and then, hey, we've got this coming in, and when we saw it, we jumped on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A little different.
Oh, yeah, okay. I thought we were in the swimming pool area.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Now this is where they'll
This is where the arresting officers bring people in. They enter that way, exit that way.
What, is the holding cell got two,
These
doors on
it? These do. These two are actually holding cells, but they're for your screaming drunks.
oh, yeah.
So if the arresting officer's having a problem with somebody, we can open one of these, put them right in, process them later.
Oh, yeah.
Don't have to deal with them right now. So those are the double entry holding cells,
How many people is that designed?
just for one.
Oh, okay.
And on the inside, I'll show you when we go in, it has a flushable floor drain. Where else but jail do you see that?
That's good. Yeah.
flushable floor drain.
Yeah, so if they
Vomit.
use your imagination, whatever.
Yeah, uh-huh.
But again, thinking about future use, they sized the one door for a bus. If we ever got so many
full
inmates
bunch,
that
yeah.
that we started using buses.
Is that fence for gear?
Yeah, it's just for like car wash, stuff like that.
Okay.
Gun lockers on the walls.
Are your jail cars going to park in here? Or
No, just arresting officers. There's a parking area just outside of it to put the,
I was wondering what this jacket is there.
yeah,
But that would be for one arresting officer to come in and then the
Correct.
bus and then over here, I guess, or something.
right.
Is there a way that we can see it? We can see you open the holding cell from the side?
They open this one. We'll see. Just flush the floor. Did you hear it?
That is a flush.
so they don't even get the opportunity to have a toilet.
No.
It's just the floor.
Right.
Okay. Well,
This is going to be absolutely disgusting.
They'll come in, go through the metal detector, we'll search them, we'll unrestrain them, take their property inventory, and if their paperwork is done, then we would take them into the booking area and continue the processing. But if the arresting officer, for whatever reason, isn't completed yet with his paperwork, we have a room designated for them to complete that. Computers set up, desks. It's very user-friendly. That's one of the things we wanted to do here is to have a good atmosphere for our brother law enforcement officers. So at that point, the paperwork's done, the person's ready, then we'll bring them into the booking area where we would start processing. What's very unique about this facility is the fact that we have compliant people that, are in minor crimes or what have you, and they're going, not causing any problems. They're coherent. They don't have to be confined in a holding cell. They just have a seat down in one of our chairs here. You see video screens where we'll provide information to them about the facility and what we expect of them.
So there won't be ESPN on there?
No, not in here. In the housing units, yeah, but
Oh, okay.
this is just for informational stuff. If they're not compliant, then we have several holding cells that we can put them in until they are compliant.
And these are bolted to the
Yeah,
ground?
they'll be bolted to the floor.
Okay, and then they'll be cut.
Yeah, well, you could, the option of cuffing them to it or not.
Yeah.
If they're out here, normally they would probably wouldn't be cuffed. It'd probably be one of the holding units if there's a problem. So, arrest paperwork goes up to the booking desk, all the information gets entered in the computer. The equipment's on here, you have fingerprints, mugshot. That door to the right where that trash can is the shower. We'll take a shower, issue them a uniform, and off to housing they go.
All right. So, and then from housing would be where we were with the recreational area?
Right.
Okay.
Right, that's a typical housing unit for this facility.
Cool. That'd be awesome.
Video court, gotta show you that.
Video court. Right, she gave control, okay. I just need a demo one. You will not have the people.
Again, with the goal of trying to reduce inmate movement, especially outside of the facility, we designed and have a video courtroom. It's not outfitted yet, it will be.
Oh, okay.
But inmates would enter through that side, the video camera will be here, and then on the other side of the camera is the district court judges.
Okay. So there will soon be a camera in?
Yeah, there'll be a whole setup, microphone, camera.
Yeah.
And they're communicating downtown Hot Springs with the district court judges for arraignments and things like that. So we don't have to put them in a van, we don't have to drive them downtown. Conceptually, the only time we would have to move inmates out of the facility is three reasons. One would be they need to go to the hospital for some reason. Second one is if they have a trial downtown, obviously they gotta go be present for the trial. And the third one is just to take them somewhere else, to prison or another jail in the state.
No, a big heavy weight off your shoulders is the fact that this jail facility lets you no longer have to transport inmates outside of the jail.
Right.
That cuts that down immensely.
Absolutely, and anytime you take an inmate out of custody or expose him to the community, you're putting the community at risk, and the deputy that's transporting him at risk. And that's when bad things happen, is when you take them out of the secure confines of the facility. Within 2 days, they need to see a judge. Judge sets their bond, determines if there's probable cause for them to stay in jail or not. We'll go out through what I call the happy door.
The happy door. Oh, this is where they.
This is the release side. So this is the happy door. Can I get through 390 Bravo, please? That's their temporary.
They sit here and
No, they just moved it out of the way, so they've been working on the floor out here. Again, when I push that button, that camera pulls up.
So if 25 people hit buttons all at the same time,
It keeps track of who pushed first.
okay.
Yeah, the system does. And then it tells you in order. It actually makes a list on the screen so you can start answering in order that they came in.
Oh,
But this is the release door. This is where inmates who are being released from custody will walk out of, so. Pleasant features.
Yeah. So, I guess there wouldn't be any sort of perpetrator walk outside of here.
Now, not leaving.
No. This is the courtroom.
Yeah.
What would this be? What's the difference between this and the video courtroom? Obviously,
This will have a live judge sitting at the bench.
Okay.
And inmates will appear in person, but again, they're not really leaving the security of the facility, so. And you'll see that when we get it started. So if you had, you know, we do a lot of DUIs, DWIs, things like that, they can hold those types of cases here in this courtroom with our in custody and out of custody defendants.
Oh wow, this is cool. This is really nice.
Yeah.
This is nicer than like the Pulaski County. I mean, it's just like the lighting is nice.
Mhm. And then that area back there leads back into the jail, so it solves a few problems for us. And our district court judges are very excited about it, especially having this availability to them. There's chambers in the back, there's space for prosecutor's office, public defenders, yeah, clerks. It's a nice courtroom. Probably fathom that. The bars you see hanging up there are from the 1880 Garland County Jail.
1880, okay.
Yeah. So, someone will walk through us, kind of where we've been and where we're going.
This is the other side of the video circuit.
This is right, the public side. So, this is where the public would come in, register with our receptionist, and then have the visitation on this side. So they're not entering the secure part of the facility at all. So they don't need to be searched and all that time-consuming activity.